Hello, and welcome to another edition of Living Simply and Fun. Sorry, we're laughing because of our camera. While we were on trip, it behaved wonderfully. Never hiccuped, never burped, nothing. We get back, very first video, it does its typical thing of no sound. And then it alerts us to no sound, and we have to start all over again. Anyways, I will be reviewing the PDR icon. This is, as I say, reddish. I guess it's semi-reddish. It's not that reddish, though. Dominican Corojo wrapper with Nicaraguan and Dominican long fillers. Blended by Abe Flores. It's a 5x54. I'll let you smell first.
Dark chocolate, hay, and earthy notes. And I'm picking up a heavy amount of hay on the, what is the end called? The type where you breathe in? Is that the foot?
Mm-hmm. Oh no, this is the foot.
The cap.
That is the cap.
The cap smells like hay.
And yet I would say it's stinky cheese.
Let me see, what type of cheese? That blue cheese?
Mildly salty, so the blue family would probably be the best choice. With hay notes. Mild sweetness. Since you want to see if you smell the cheese too.
Oh yeah, I can smell it. It's a stinky cheese. Oh yeah, he's definitely right there. So, and for all of you out there, it's been 1 week since I stopped smoking. Well, actually 8 days. No, I will be returning. It's just I can't smoke until we know the healing process is fine.
Probably when the stitches come out. And they said the stitches should be out 7 to 10 days or whatever, but they got to work their way out. So once they've worked their way out, I think you're pretty much good.
Oh yeah, and then I'm going to be trying. Our first cigar will be a Liga Privada. I think that's what Aaron said.
Interesting dry hit. I don't usually let you do that, but
Floral?
it is floral. It is definitely a floral flavor.
I don't know what type of floral flavor, but
It's sweet. I would say like honeysuckle.
I want to thank Johnny Sticks, right?
So I leave this lighter for a week, and now it's out of its proper setting. I don't have any tool with me to.
Do you want me to get the Swiss Army knife?
Yeah. Of course, I don't have a screwdriver. That is one reason I really dislike torch lighters, particularly the more expensive ones. For some reason, the more expensive the torch lighter, the more likely it is to really want to be too high or too low. Great.
I just want to say.
And of course, the screwdrivers don't fit proper, so.
What about one of those?
I'm going to use one of the knives.
The screwdriver for the.
Well, everybody watches I cut myself.
I was going to say, what about
Stop
the little screwdriver here that pops out?
That would actually work.
Yeah, see? For eyeglasses.
This might be too small. Yep, that's too small, I think. Anybody else have problems with lighters like this?
All I can say about lighters is this. Me and Aaron were unhappy that we had to leave our torch lighters behind.
Yep, and now I get back and the torch lighter doesn't want to work, and it was like flawless before I left.
What'd you do with the Bic lighter that you had for the cigars? Did you just leave it in the hotel room?
Why do they put it so that the little place that you can actually put something in is off to the right? I mean, seriously, it's not even flush. Johnny Sticks has one of these. Oh, of course, the whole bottom rotates. So you're not meant to click that. There. I found the spot. So if you get one of these Firebird... That's not even sharp. If you get one of these Firebird lighters, which is actually really cool, just remember that the bottom rotates. You don't need to use a screwdriver.
Those triple burnies?
Yep. And this one actually holds its fluid very well.
Well, I'll have to try it. Did we only get one of those?
Mm-hmm.
We got two?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool. Johnny Sticks gave us both one, I guess.
And I didn't toast this one. Got pepper right off the start. Let Blizzard in before he gets bad.
Go in.
Very heavy spice on the first puff.
Come on,
he
go
doesn't
in.
want to go in.
I was just wondering where the lighter was. The other one that we got.
It's in there. Right now, the only thing I'm picking up is pepper. I wasn't expecting so much pepper off this.
So far it's starting in the pepper palm?
Yes, and although it's made by Abe Flores and Pinar del Rio, it does not have the signature pigtail on the Robusto. I wish it did. I love that pigtail. I don't know why. Kind of a... There is some sweetness and some slight cocoa flavor, but still primarily the pepper, peppery spice. Maybe some dark coffee flavors too, but the pepper spice is predominant at this point. So, guess I'll get into the halfway point, and I will get back to you.
So, you're going to get in the halfway point? Does that mean we can sit down and look at those adult candy catalogs that we got in the mail?
We could always do that. We got tons of them. So, anyways, we'll see you in a little bit. Well, yeah, and of course the mouse. I have this little mouse.
Did you want me to get the mouse?
No, this one works. So, see you in a second. Hello, and welcome back to the final the halfway point of this PDR icon. This is actually the second time we had the person who was house sitting for us drop off the keys, so I had to stop recording. Anyways, the flavors are mildly woodsy with some light leather notes, some coffee, somewhat sweet, a little salty flavor. I'm kind of really appreciating the cigar, but it is not like most of the Pinar del Rios I've been trying lately. It doesn't have the ease of draw. It doesn't burn as well. This actually went out on me and tunneled a bit, and I was puffing it. There was no resting it in between. It just did that as I was smoking it. So that's not something I greatly appreciate in a cigar. So there's some drawbacks to the cigar, but the flavors are fairly decent. They're married pretty well. Not terribly chaotic. The flavors themselves have a decent finish. It's a little nicotine rich, but it just doesn't feel like the Abe Flores cigars I've smoked in the past. So if I was to have to choose between the icons or say the Kappa Naturals or Kappa Oscuros, I would definitely go with the Kappa Oscuros or the Kappa Naturals. I still have a Kappa Maduro to smoke. This is more along the lines of the Obsidian and its quality, and I don't know why that is. It could just be the buncher's technique of bunching works better with the Kappas than they do with these. So, anyways, I'll get back to you in the final third of this and let you know how it's continuing. Do you have anything to say? I know you're not smoking one, but...
No, I would love to try one, but so far it smells really nice, but we're outside today, so...
There is a good amount of smoke. I'll give it that. It does have a tendency to burn just a little wonky, unlike the Kappas where I had almost stellar burn with them. I've had a couple pretty long hangnails, and as I said, I had that issue of it tunneling. So, I don't know if this is a hit and miss cigar and this is just a miss, or whether these just aren't as high a quality. But anyways, get to you in the final third.
Yep. Stay tuned.
Hello, and welcome back to the final third of this Pinar del Rio Icon. Flavors have more cocoa and more sweetness in it now. Far less pepper from the very beginning. Slightly salty. Very nice flavors, particularly in this final third. The transition has been very good. It's burnt much more on target. Very little fixes needed in this last half. It has tightened up and draw a bit, which is something I don't like, and I'm going to try to fix that right now.
That's why I brought the poker out, just in case.
That should do it.
Of course it should do it.
There's some grassy notes to it, and it's very enjoyable at this point. It's decent. I'd only go, if I was rating this on a scale of 1 to 10, the way that I see things now, a 10 would be what you would recommend to your best friend who happens to be...
You got a little wonky burn there.
Not bad. You call that wonky. Anyways, a 10 should be, in my opinion, what you would recommend to your friend who's like an expert cigar smoker, who's been smoking for years and only wants to smoke things that are of fairly high quality. I wouldn't recommend this to somebody like that. So a 9 should be something that you'd recommend to a person who's beginning to really get into cigars and you really want them to have a good experience. So I couldn't give this a 9 either.
So we dropped the rating.
We did drop the rating, but for this one I want to try to, just because, you know, most of the Pinar del Rios that I've smoked have been in the 9 to 10 range. I'd recommend them to somebody who's been smoking for a long time as well as a newbie. I'd recommend them to my best friend who loves cigars because I know he's not going to be upset with them. But this one, I'd say would be more in the 6 to 5 ballpark, something that you'd recommend for a trial, but you wouldn't say buy a box of these, don't go sticking them in your humidor as a daily smoke. Price is nice, but they just don't have the quality that I would hold for a daily smoke. It's not something that I would go out of my way and buy. If I happen to see these discounted or something, or heck, if they were on C-bids for, say, $15 for a 5-pack, I'd probably pass on them because I know there's other quality cigars you could get for $15 for a 5-pack. So, but it is a nice little trial if you've never had one. The flavors are not anything particularly to write home about. There's other cigars that have similar flavor profiles that burn better than this. It's just not a very solid... See, I didn't give a rating either. It's just not a very solid offering from PDR. It's kind of lackluster is what I would say. But it's not bad. So... if I was doing a cigar bomb for someone, this is something I might include in a cigar bomb because it's something you might not have tried otherwise. And, but, you know, it's not something that I'd want to be like, this is the main thing in here. You're going to love this. It would be like, this is an additional, see what you think of it. A freebie, you know, a bodyguard, I guess you could say. But, you know, it's a decent cigar. Just nothing to write home about. Jeez, he was showing off.
I'm getting more comfortable in the chair. You know, these chairs we got to replace, so I'm not meaning to show off.
Anyways, the flavor profile in the final half of this has been very, very good, though. So it's just not very good in the first half, and the flavors in the second half just so-so. So still a decent smoke.
Decent smoke if you want
I can't give it a bad rating. I can't give it a great rating. It's middle of the liner. So there you have my review. Please add and subscribe. Leave questions, comments, feedback, suggestions. If you've had this cigar and you agree with me or don't agree with me, please Tell me what you thought of it.
But keep it clean.
And try to stay nice. That's all we ask. And enjoy
Every puff.